Everybody loves Englewood. And there's a reason why people love Englewood. It has a lot of style. It has a lot of history. It has a lot of culture. It has beautiful individuals who literally make this community what it is. So many personalities, so many laughs. Englewood knows how to have a good time. You have events like Greater Englewood Unity Day, where you get a chance to take all the greatness that Englewood is and put it into an event. You get to bring all the people who once lived here, worked here, passed by here, grandma used to live here, just want to come here and see all the fun, to come together. But then at the same time, that legacy, that honor is there. This entire time it has been having a caterpillar that's been around, and then I went into my little cocoon. I always had what I needed. My parents always made sure I had what I needed. In addition to having what I needed, there was always this sense of caring for people that was around you, caring for your neighbors, caring for the people on your block. And that was normal to me. That I was raised for that to be normal to me. So growing up, I embraced that, right? I would wake up early on Saturdays and clean up the block with my dad. Being born and raised in Englewood, you have no sense of what type of neighborhood you really live in growing up. Freshman year of high school, when I lost my friend Starkeisha Reed, that's when reality kind of set in. I just realized Englewood was Englewood, or this place that I didn't want to be in anymore. The fear that just lays on you at a young person when you lose a friend to gun violence. But it was something in her loss that made me realize that it's so weird to say like that could have been me, right? Because she simply was just getting ready for school, bullet come through the window because of drive-by in the morning. So, but in some sense it was like, this could be me. And so it's like, all right, so like, what can I do in my life? Like that always was something that was put in the back of my mind. Like, let me shine. Like, let me shine as bright as I can, and in honor of Star and all those who lost their lives. So I went to Howard University, and I was just extremely active in the DC area. So from Target Hope to Relay for Life at Howard University, Girl Scout leader, Readers Are Leaders program, tutoring in elementary school in Southeast DC. I couldn't help myself. And I realized in this work, it's not just about issues that affect you. It's about fighting for issues that affect your friends and affect your family and affect your neighbor. And that's, again, community. Doing community work was what I was good at. And connecting with people was what I was good at, and getting people to volunteer and serve in the community was just something that was so familiar to me. So it was healing for me to be able to help other people. But 2016, I don't know what happened in the city of Chicago. It's actually pretty similar to what's kind of happening now, but violence just shot up. And I just remember in Englewood, every other weekend, if it wasn't my brother's friend who was shot, then it was somebody else I knew that was shot and or killed. And it was just like, this is crazy. And at this time, I'm living back at home, 68th and Wood, the great 68th. And I'm just like, no one's outside. So the idea of building community as children that I remember growing up, that didn't exist. Like, there was no kids riding bikes. There was no seniors sitting on their porch. There was literally no life on our block because of what was happening. It just wasn't safe to come outside. Oh, let's start a block club. Let's do a block party. And so I just start asking around, like, when's the last time we had a block party, block club? Because I couldn't necessarily remember one as a kid. I feel like something did happen. And I'm asking around, and they're like, 1995 is the last time we had a block party. And so then I sat down with the then Executive Director of Imagine Englewood If, and I'm just like, I'm here to help. Like, I'm just here to help. And she was like, I don't have anything for right now, but when something comes up, I'll let you know. I'm like, okay, cool. Put you on the back burner. But then when I started connecting with some of the people that I knew while at Imagine Englewood If, like Dermot Montgomery and Anise Moses and a couple of other folks who were just like, do you know Aisha Butler? Do you know Aisha Butler? And I'm like, I don't know who this Aisha Butler is, so let me go track her down, because that's the person I am. Like, I see something, I want it, I go get it. And magically, Rage was looking for a part-time program coordinator. So although I just met her, like, she don't know me, so I sent her my resume, do a nice little cover letter, and eventually she called me back and we had like an interview and she selected me for this spot. But eventually Rage had funds for me to come on full time, and so I had to stop working really through SWAP. And then October 2017, I got a call from a couple of board members at Imagine Englewood If, and we're just like, yeah, so, we see all the great work that you're doing in the community. You're a product of the organization. I'm like, okay, cool, thanks, guys, I appreciate you always support me. And I was like, no, actually, we were thinking you be executive director of Imagine Englewood If. Like, I didn't want to say this out loud, but I'm thinking, like, I'm 25. Huh? Like, I don't even know what that is. Like, what? Like, no, I didn't sign up for that. I just want to play the background. I just want to do the hard work. I just want to, add strength to something that's happening. I was like, no. So it'll be 4 years this October since I said yes. And it's been a journey. I really believe in the quote by Frederick Douglass that goes, it is easier to build strong children than repair broken men. And I think IEI is in the business of building strong children who will build a stronger Englewood. And so next is creating a community center that can bring beautiful programs in that young people can enjoy. There is a lack of youth development spaces that exist within the community. And when we look at all that's happening in the world and the gaps that we need to fill, the different industries that are still celebrating, we have the first of this, like the first African-American blank, and that are just coming to light. Like, that's ridiculous to me. You can't reverse trauma, but I do think that you can provide young people with experience and opportunity to overcome some of those adverse childhood experiences. Now that I am definitely this butterfly, who knows where I'll be when my wings just are fully spread and I'm just flying.